Konami Studios.
Taskmaster issue 2. Man, this book is fun. I really liked the first issue. It surprised me in the way it presented itself. Really campy, really kitsch, but somehow really violent and setting up a cool story where Tony Masters is going to be working with Nick Fury to clear his name for the murder of Maria Hill. I think that's kind of fun. So we open up this book and we realize the first person we're going to be finding is Phil Coulson. We realize that we need his kinetic signature or his kinesthetic or his kinesic or something, his type of signature that we can mimic his body language to open up the vault to get the information to clear Maria Hill. And we get like a lot of interesting flashback to like the events that happened with Phil Coulson recently. He was shot by Deadpool during a Hydra event sometime. I'm going to assume Secret Empire. But he's back from the dead somehow and he's working with the Pentagon and he's controlling the Squadron Supreme. But if he's anything like Phil Coulson he's always been, he's going to be getting his comic books today. So we go to a comic book store where Phil Coulson is like, hey, what's up, Marco? I'm here to get my books of the week. And they're like, yeah, Squadron Supreme as usual. And he's like, awesome. You know why Americans love Squadron Supreme? Because they're full-fleshed American, not like the Avengers who went to work with Wakanda. So he's like, here, watch this. Hey, pal, what's your favorite team? And you see that he's talking to this random guy's like, what? Oh, Alpha Flight? Like, dude, they're Canadian. He's like, I like the Bigfoot guy. And Phil's kind of getting mad. Like, you're not a real fan. You're no fan of these characters. What are you doing here? Then all of a sudden, he's like, forget it, and just Taskmaster's out and punches Coulson in the face. He's like, oh, shit, it's Taskmaster. But he's got, like, the signature he can use to mimic, but now things are about to get out of control because Phil Coulson calls for Hyperion, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, shit. Taskmaster is now running away. He's like, oh, shit, this is not going to end badly for me. Like, Hyperion's on the way, I'm going to die. Cut to a flashback where we see, all right, so if you get caught, Tony, they are going to come after you with somebody called Hyperion. And we got to figure out all the information on Hyperion before we get that. So Hyperion is coming to get him. You just see Tony trying to run away. He's like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. He's not a human. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. Hyperion just lets him. He's like, hi, sorry to do that, but I'm going to have to take you in. And then Taskmaster straight away is just like, all right, I guess we're fighting. He's just trying his best to attack him. And bam, all these fast punches. There's a lot of blood in this issue. I'm pleasantly surprised by how much blood is in this. I wonder how that's going to like affect stories going forward for Marvel. Are we going to get as bloody as we do in this one? But Taskmaster just gets the shit kicked out of him. Literally just beaten to near death, and he's just sitting there and like he gets picked up by Hyperion, he's choking him out, and you're just like, oh my goodness. So it's hard to understand which version of Hyperion this is because there's so many different ones. Some are heroes, some are creepy. But Taskmaster's just like, well, does it really matter which one he is? Either way, they all gotta go out the same way. We gotta figure out something creative to take him down. And they try to figure out the reason. Drops a couple smoke bombs, just enough to try to run away, but he's still covered in blood and unable to see. He's just shooting a bunch of lasers and shit at Taskmaster. But Tony's like, I can get through this. I'll be fine. I'm gonna die. Like I mean, I can beat men. I've beaten men before. I'm sure I can beat this god. I mean, he's a god and he's playing with me. Tony pulls out his sword ready to attack it, but Hyperion just breaks in, starts beating him up again. More blood pouring out everywhere. He's literally looks like he's about to fall apart. I love it. Tony is literally on the verge of passing out, but he's still trying to fight. There's blood all over him. He's just trying to like fire his arrows to take him down, but Hyperion's just like destroying them all. When he misses, he's like, if you're gonna steal, then you gotta steal from the best. And you can see Hyperion's like, oh man, I admire you for lasting this long, but you're really not gonna survive this. Which is kind of funny if you ask me. I really enjoy that. So back in the past, Fury's like, well, we got some information. There was a time when Hyperion did a stint on the Thunderbolts when Luke Cage and John Walker were running it. And they had to find a way to control him in case something got out of line. And they had like this Argonite radiation, which is like a rare element that's so rare it probably doesn't exist anymore. But we have one little fraction of it, and it might be able to get it. So all they had to do is find a way to hit him with this weird like radiation, and everything will be fine. So Hyperion is standing over the body of Taskmaster. He's like, all right. Like, just surrender. You shouldn't move anymore. And then all of a sudden, boomerang, boom, the radiation comes back and hits Hyperion in the back. And you're like, oh shit, that's really clever. Hyperion goes down. You just see, here comes Taskmaster just wailing on him, beating the shit out of him, getting his revenge in a sense. And I'm just so impressed with this scene because there's this blood splatter. It's dark. It's graphic. It looks like he's about to cut him with like a knife. And you're like, this is creepy. This is really dark and scary. Like, Tony Masters is about to kill this guy, but he's not allowed to, so he just says, oh, forget it. Next time you come after me, just remember I did this to you, so we'll see what you got next. And he collapses onto the ground right when Nick Fury comes to pick him up, and you're like, Nick Fury just kind of looks at him like, why did you have to do that? Why did you go that hard at the guy? He's like, well, because I had to make him think he was going to underestimate me. So next time he comes at me, he won't know what to expect. So there we go. That was really intense. But man, these scenes are so brutal. I absolutely love it. It's just so dark and creepy and scary. Genuinely scary. I think there's something really threatening about this kind of version of a Taskmaster who's just so reckless and doesn't really care that he's willing to get himself into trouble and get hurt because of his actions. Absolutely insane. And we end the book with Natasha breaking into the facility where we have the information on the people they're trying to find, and she's like, okay, so Fury, I can't trust him, and now I'm going to have to come after Taskmaster. So it looks like in the next issue, we are going to be seeing a Black Widow versus Taskmaster fight, which was inevitable because, I mean, they're going to be in a movie, right? Like, it's inevitable that this was going to happen. But I would honestly prefer if Black Widow wasn't in this book. I understand why she is, but I'm still really liking this. I think it's a really fun and interesting angle to take with the Taskmaster character, because we don't need a world-threatening event with this guy. We just need something that's kind of chill and fun and different, little campy, little different, and it's dark. It was surprisingly brutal in this book. Very cool. I know there's some people out there who think this book's kind of dumb, but it's great. It's absolutely fun. I think it's one a lot of people should check out. I love that Marvel's like, yeah, all these characters that got their movies, they're going to be in movies? Yeah, give them a book. Be really fun. I'm surprised we don't have a Wanda and Vision book out right now. That's honestly surprising me. But maybe we will after the movie comes out, or the TV show, I should say. So Taskmaster issue number 2. It is well worth your time, and you're going to be pleasantly surprised by how bloody and brutal it can be. So I'm going to give this book a 7 out of 10. Now, thank you guys so much for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, Patreon, Twitter, all that good stuff, and I will catch you in the next one. Have fun, stay safe, good luck.